So welcome guys and girls back to Conquerors Blade. I mean, it's just a second video, so I can't say back, but still, whatever. Today we are going to talk about the in-depth guide. I mean, today we are going to talk about the things you should know before you start playing Conquerors Blade. And even if you already are playing, there might be a lot of things that you don't know. We will talk about everything you should look out for when you start Conquerors Blade, everything you should watch out for. I mean, everything you should avoid, the mistakes that you should not make, that every noob makes. Yep, because we just go in, start the game, and then we suffer heavily, and then we cannot also start another account because it will take just way much more time. Okay, instead of making small guides, which I will make, but first I'm going to just make in-depth guide about 40 minutes long or maybe an hour. We see about that, but this will be a series of 3 or 4 videos I will go through. We will start a new account, so let's get into this. So when you start, you will start with this screen in front of you. This is the first page you will go when you launch the app or the game. You can download it from My Games directly, their browser. You can download it from battle.net. You can download it from Steam platform. I downloaded it from Steam because that's what I know about at the moment. I didn't know about other platforms, but Steam is okay, it works, but be careful. There are a lot of bugs that's been happening these days. It could be because of Steam, so you might want to download My Games or from other platforms. But remember, once you download it from somewhere, your progress, from what I know, cannot be shifted to any other platforms. So watch out for it. Just look out for whatever works for you. Anyways, let's get in. And yeah, by the way, I like a noob, I forgot. Let's just go back for a moment. There are different servers. I'm playing in the Middle East because that's the best one I get. That's the best ping I get. Anyways, these two are tournament servers. You can't play normally on them, but every other server you can play. They're for Asia, South America, and there are Europe servers. They're not showing here for some reason, probably because they're not in my area. Anyways, I'm using this server. Don't mind this one. I just yeah, never mind. I accidentally went there. Came back. It's fine. The second screen you already seen. This is the second screen you will see. This is your in-game character, which you will see, and you can actually get this. This is all the attire. This is the attire for your spear. Attire actually means skin. It's the same term used in a lot of games as skin. So whatever, you can make new accounts. Like I will create a new character, and this is what you will see. Embark. Okay, so you can select male or female. I'm gonna go with, it does not matter, just a personal preference, although there is a little thing. Female does have a bit of advantage over males as of the moment because they have less hit point. Okay, once you select that, you can actually customize your character to your liking to actually quite in depth. You can choose characters, you can choose different hairstyles. Let's make our characters. This looks nice. Let's make a Viking style. Nope, this is tribal. This is tribal. This is normal. I think this is the most Viking like I can see here from the series of actually, because I don't know how the, oh, this looks like more of a Viking. Let's see, there are different hairstyles that you can choose. Okay, let's do, you can scroll back and up to do that. Okay, this looks more of a Viking. Yep, hair color blonde, black. Blonde looks better. Face, actually let's go with this face because this is the best one I like. Look at that, looks like Lagartha. If you don't know from the Viking, whatever. Okay, it's eyebrows, manly eyebrows. Oh, these are eyeshadows. Okay, that works. And just choose whatever you want. Okay, what are these eyebrows? Okay, and then this looks scary. Nope, nope, nope. Actually, this looks fine. First choice then. Nope, nope. Yeah, this looks better. Scarf. I guess this is the best one. Scarves. This works. Okay, once you have make your character, you can actually what is this? Name, I guess. Yeah, this is a nickname you can give. I'm gonna go with my girl character name that I use, but I already used it. Let's go with something like, nah, that's too much. Let's go with, actually I can do that. Yeah. Or we can do this. Probably not gonna work. Yep. Okay, then what else? Come on, think. Okay. Yep. Here we go. Okay, let's start. Although if you just go with the game itself has quite a guide, that quite a set of tasks that you will get rewarded for, and they will take you through every NPC available in the game. If I remember, it should put me to the weapon choice selection, because this is a combination of mountain blade, where you can actually use a character and you have different weapons, and you also have units to guide. So it's a mixture of like 2 or 3 games, Age of Empires and stuff like that. Okay, now that you are here, and I will recommend go for normal mode, because in cinematic mode you can't control your camera and you will miss out a lot of information. I will go with normal mode because that's what I use normally. Here it will ask you to choose your weapons. Now this is a wide category, because there are a lot of weapons in the game. That is your primary weapons. They have different abilities, like this. This is a short sword and shield. They have different abilities, kicks, they have knockbacks, knockdowns. You can knock your enemies, you can knock your other units. In my other accounts, I played all of them. I will be making in-depth guides to all of them, because I played, my main weapon is actually short bow. You might have already seen it on my other video that I made, the Berserkers. And there are a lot of other weapons that are, every weapon have their abilities, they have their ultimates that we will talk about. They have their cons, they have their pros and cons, they have their own play style, they have different units that you can pair them with. They're different stuff. Okay, so let's pick glaive, because I never played glaive. So I'm just gonna do something that I don't have played with. Remember, you will be able to change your weapon at any time in the game. It's just easy as that. It does not matter. It's just, my best tip is to actually stick to a weapon and just go with it. Do not keep on changing, because you won't be able to learn any of them. You will get annoyed and leave the game, because none of that was working, because you didn't put enough time to learn every situation you can go in, situations you can win and not. So like, this is the first ability. You can actually, wait, did somebody call me? No. Okay, we're good. We are recording. Okay, this is the first ability. You can hover on abilities here to see what do they do. Like this one, spin round, inflicting 58% of your base slashing damage, plus 89 points of slashing damage. I will talk about them later. They have, every ability have their cooldowns. So see, and this is the second one. It's kind of a knockback. Now at this point it will ask you to duel this guy. Now I know a little bit about glaive. You can roll, and they have, see, like he's using different abilities. It's an NPC, it's not a real player. Let's go with blunt. Let's have a little knockback. Oof, almost missed it. He would have got me. Let's increase our power. That's kind of a buff you get with glaive. This is, I guess, the ultimate you get with knockdown. Let's defeat him now. The first time I played, I didn't know anything, so it took me a couple of tries to defeat this guy. Once we defeated him, I say, yep, now it will prompt you to switch your weapons if you want, because once you're out of this training session, it will give you a tier 1 weapon, the most least, or some form of it that you can get. So it's kind of a free thing that you will be getting, so choose wisely, something that you will be sticking with until level 100. That's what I will guide you. So we are sticking with this. We will just take this. Now you will get some of these abilities already unlocked, all 4 of them. Okay, don't want to duel. Let's go outside. If it prompts us, nope, I think I'm gonna have to duel. It's just a thing. You have to complete the guide. So let's just complete the guide. Yeah, it's not that easy to first time defeat him, so even if you don't, it's fine. It is fine. Don't mind it. I spent 600 hours in this game already, so yeah, I'm there, up there. I'm in a higher category, so I played a lot. Anyways, there you will have mounts in the game you can use. Again, I will recommend this one, because in this you can actually use your mouse to change your camera view. However, in this you cannot change your camera view, and it will use WASD to move your horse. However, in this you can actually use mouse to change horse view. You will learn about it, don't worry. Yeah, I know. Okay, see, now I can change my view like this, and with ASD. So yeah, let's go. It's just a thing they will do. Now horses, they have different weapons with horses. Wait, did I choose the wrong one? I don't think I'm used to this one. Well, we will see. Oh yeah, I think I chose the wrong one. Sorry, let me just change this. Yeah, yep, I knew it. Is it still the same? Okay, in here it will prompt you to kill the about that. On your mount you can actually use your weapon to attack. Different mounts, different weapons have different attacks, different ranges. Glaive actually has quite a lot of range, so you can attack from afar. If your mouse is kind of here, it will prompt from that. If your mouse on this side and you click, it will attack on this side, so you can actually control where you're gonna swing. Now different weapons going to have different abilities. Like if you press Q, it will have the animation and an ability. It will have different charges, and once you don't have your horse, out of your horse, you can actually press a B to call your horse. You can change those keys whenever you want from the settings. Now some weapons have additional abilities like glaive and spear, and yeah, so these two things have different abilities, so you can use your horse actively in the battle. However, otherwise it's just a thing you use to travel faster in the match, which we will see in different sieges. Now after you completed this, it should prompt me. Yeah, I'm gonna dismount, and this is the end of this tutorial. I mean, not mine, it's in game. Now it will ask you to if you're good with weapon, because again you should not change the weapon for the next 100 levels or so, because yeah, yes, I am sure. And now it will begin different paths. The first one being Flames of War. It's another thing in the guide I will be going to. Now there's a skip screen. If you want to see it, you can. I'm gonna try to skip it. Yes. Now let's watch it. I didn't watch it the first time. Now this weapon he's using, it's a poleaxe. Now these are the siege towers and arrows. This is what you will actually see in the battle in sieges, which is actually pretty cool. They do fly like that when they hit by a cannon or something. Now this guy you see on his knees is using longsword and shield, which is actually a great weapon which you will use. Does not matter which other weapon you're using. Now there are units with horses that you can actually charge with, and it's actually pretty cool. And as you can see, okay, now the cutscene's done. This is the screen you're seeing is actually from a map, Agolia, which is a big city. You get sieges from there, and it will also be your faith camp if you want. So let us finish the loading screen. Once it's finished, we're going. Okay, now here it will prompt you to directly do a AI battle, I guess. Now in siege battles, now here it will give you. Okay, we lost units straight up. Okay, now this is what they didn't. Okay, this is a little bit of a tutorial and a view of the battle you can get. Now this is what I was talking about when you were choosing the first screen. I can see I can move screen with the camera. It's not locked on to my character, and WASD simple keys. Now you can follow my cursor. Now this part, bottom left corner, is where you will see your different unit guide, the unit that you have, which you will choose and bring. They have different levels, they have different things. These are the formations. You can press F1 or F2 to change formations, which will have a lot of impact in the game, especially if you're shields or archers. Now you can press X, keep on pressing X, and you can choose if you want to send the information elsewhere, and you can also scroll to change your position. Now pressing C will make your units follow you. Pressing C double time will make them come to you faster. V is for attack. They will take an attack stance and will attack any enemy they see. However, if you press V, they will not stay in the formation. They will lose their formation and will go to the nearest enemy possible. And they do not. And once your hero is dead, they will fall back if possible. So be careful. Slowly you will know. So let's go in. Let's move our soldier. Now this particular character are men-at-arms, which is actually a purple unit, which is a tier 4 unit, if you say. Every unit has different abilities, different cons, different pros. Now this one is cover commander. When you press it, it's an active ability. You press it and they will follow you wherever you go. The second one is a charge, which I will show once we're in. Now I'm using formation. Sometimes you want to use formation when you're closer, sometimes you want to use double C. Okay, now it's prompting me to use now. Yeah, I will talk about that, what happened, in a minute, but first let's go use our ability. Now here I will use my first ability, which is the charge. We will charge in, they will charge to a direction, they will deal extra damage, and depending upon their abilities they will have different things. Now I will try to attack myself. Now here you can see I got a kill, actually 2 kills, because my guys are getting it. Okay, so let's charge up, use our ultimate to now the first battles you will have one of the strongest units you can get, and while the enemy is going to have one of the weakest. So it will be pretty easy fight, at least for me, because I'm used to this. You might not, it might not be lucky, so much lucky for you, but here we go. I'll charge again, and sorry if you can't understand anything here. I will be going through everything. It's just in the heat of the battle, it's a thing. Now this is a supply point in sieges and in field battles, which are two things, and in other battles you will be, let me send my units there just so, actually no, let me show you first thing while we are here. On this, once you have the supply point, once your team has it, your team and you can heal your units. As you can see in the left corner, these are the health bars, by the way, if I haven't told you. Their health is going up. Also, you can change your horse, which is your mount, your weapon, once you have more weapons, we don't, and your units, which you can do. Now this is a shield unit, which I will change to now, and this is for the artillery, which we will talk about soon, as our guide will. Now we are changing to space sergeants, which is another one which has this ability, but space sergeants are one of your best units you can bring to a fight. You can see I'm getting hero kills right in there. Now I'm not gonna do anything. You see, space sergeants are actually covering me. They will kill anything that comes close, but now they're not in formation. Other thing you can do is you can set them in formations. You can see now they're in a formation and they will kill anything they can in a area, anything they touch. It's a skill transformation. Now other than this, they have shield wall. A lot of different units in the game going to have these shield walls. These are best if you're blocking off an area and you have a lot of archer fire coming in. Now shields are also going to be your primary unit, your pushers, that will go ahead and the rest of the team will follow you. Although this is not something that will happen in game, there are different things that happens. So let's just put them on cover commander and let's go to the final point. Now if you press tab, you can see the whole map. There will be different points like this A and main. Oof. See, I don't even have to worry about anything because they are space sergeants and they can take care of pretty much everything. Now there is, if the match started, you would have seen some artilleries there which were flying right now. That broke that. Now if you press G, you can select artillery. Now I will plant them there, but I will move back because if they hit your own units or your allies, they will kill them. After a few seconds, a bunch of flaming rockets or whatever you call them, rocks, will come in and drop. Let's go. I'm losing my units, yes, and it has a penalty. You can't just throw in your units, lose and expect not to have anything. Now in these type of situations, let me give you a tip. You make your formation with your shield units. You can advance to a place and they will advance to there, safe from archer fire. Now these archers do nothing, they do no damage, so you don't have to worry about anything. Now this is the final point I was talking about. Usually at the final point, if you know there is no cav charge coming in, normally you do this and it ensures that even if you're not there, your enemies won't be able to capture it. That is if you're on defense, but we're on attack, and as you can see, look at them, there's just killing them. Now you cannot take the final point if the enemy is capping it, so make sure your enemy is not even a single soldier of enemy is on your point, otherwise it will be a problem for you. So let's go take care of the units as much early as we can because we need to go in. This is just Okay, after that interval, once the battle is over, I will be going over those battles again. Of course, that was not an in-depth guide, but still, briefly, after you pass that, you will be met with this screen. Now these are your second tier units. You will be using a lot of them in the start. From this screen, I advise you to get Pike Militia. These are one of the best units you can get in the game that I still use even when I'm using my purple or golden units, which are the 5th tier, the last tier, the best units in the game. I'm still using Pike Militia because they give you so much value and they are so good. After that, there are different classes. The first one is your shields, which are the shield units. The second class is these two, which are shock troops, which encourage charges, which go ahead, which have a charge, like you see in the men-at-arms. The third is of course the archers, which will stay back and deal consistent fire. There are different types of archers. They have their own abilities, poison, they have bleed, which you will do. Now this particular archer I will not recommend you get. This is not good. However, iron cap arquebuses, which is another class, which are the muskets, or the at the time of where this game has been set, the era where this has been set, this is your gunners. Now at the start these are going to be really good, but once you go on, they will not be as good. Now I have used rat and round shields. I don't know, but recently Cap swordsmen have gotten a buff, so I'm gonna choose them. I will not recommend this. Rat and round shields are okay if you want to go with them. Demonese spearmen are also one of the better ones. If you choose short bow or a bow, you might want to use Demonese spearmen to protect yourself from enemy attacks and stuff. But these are the 3 units I will choose. This is the maximum you will get. These are the free things you will get. You will be able to unlock the rest of them if you want, if you will, but I will not recommend going for the many spearmen archers. These are not good. Let's go to the next screen. Now here, these are the tier 3 units that you can get in the game. Now here again, this is a blue tier for your shields. These are the shock troops units, these are the charging units, and there you go, halberdiers. These are the pikemen, the next tier for pikemen, or however you can see. Now you can only choose one, not 3, so I will say go for any of them. All of them are good. Halberdiers are great too. Iron Captain spearmen are good. They have this sick shield formations, skeleton formations. They have their own pros and cons. Although because I'm using glaive, I will go for this. Squires as a charging unit. Now here there's another card skin. Let's just see it. Now this is a little bit of see-through for the open world, which you will go to. Other than the battles, there is an open world. Other players can attack you, you can attack them, you can have your own units, shields, you can bring your units to fight others. There will be cities, fiefs, castles. You will have your own alliance. You will be attacking those things and taking them over. Now at the moment we can choose, we can choose Bartholia or Australia. I started at Ungravia. These are the 4 major continent names, or whatever you can call them, where you can go. These are actually the open world which you can see this, and this is also actually a bit of a map. Now when I started with my short bow account, my main account, I started at Ungravia. That was previous season when Ungravia was not the main thing in the lore, but this season Ungravia is kind of a thing which is a difficult place, and it is main story for this season, so you can choose it. However, you can go for Bartholia or you can go for Australia. At the moment on this server, my both accounts are in Australia. Now you can see there are some things on my left corner, if you can see, The capital of the city is Agolia. There are 10 towns, 30 villages, and 12 other places, which are border posts and stuff like that. Now you can get copper, composite wood. These are different resources that you can in the region, although you can get those any way you want, but unit kits are a different thing, which we'll see. So I will start, let's start in Bartholia. I've never been there, because I will, once the tutorials are over, I'm not gonna be playing in this region. On this account I will be going to back account. My videos will be from there. Advanced guides, unit guides, everything will be from there, because I have them unlocked there, and it takes a lot of time. I already told you, 600 hours. That's not cheap. Okay, that's not low down. And it's already, I know it's already been 30 minutes, probably more, after adding some stuff in the start of the video. Sorry, but this is what you mean by in-depth guide. What can I do? Once you're done there, now this should put us in city, and the series, yep, we are in Constantinopolis, which is actually the capital of, okay, it's the capital of this region. Bartholia, or I forgot the name, whatever. As you can see, Agolia is the capital of this region. Angravia, this total Varus is the capital of this region, and Conqueror City is the capital of this region. Now you can see there are different colors on the map. This tells you who is actually capturing or acquired the different cities and fiefs. As you can see, this particular city has been captured by the Legion, which happens in the war. As you can see, territory war begins in 4 hours, which is actually the end game of this game. If you want, if you're one of those guys that say, okay, what is the end game of this game? This is the end game. You want to acquire as many fiefs and cities as you can. This is your end goal for everything you do in this game, unless you have your own goals. That's a different thing. But this is advanced guide. This is a really advanced thing that you don't have to worry about. Now here you can zoom in as much as you want. This actually, Constantinopolis is one of the most beautiful cities, and Conqueror City, if you can go there, which I can shift there, is also one of the most beautiful cities which just have been added into game. Now here, if you can see, it will say to talk to the watchman. If you press, oh no, okay, there's a little glitch happening, as I talked about before, where you cannot talk to NPCs, where you cannot take sieges or something like that. I'm just gonna do that, and hopefully it will be working, because otherwise it will be a shit. Anyway, let's just hope it works, and I can, okay, let's see. Go to fucking watchman, please. By the way, while we're here, as you can, the other things, players you can see on the map, these are the real players you will be able to meet if you want. If you have fans or whatever, you can right click on them like this. You can whisper to them, which will send them a message privately. I'm just gonna write, it's gone. Let's do that again if we can. Whisper, no, press enter. The game took it as abuse or anything, whatever. Let's go to press this. We can't go to watchman ourselves, and I can press F. Okay, I'm gonna come back once this glitch is solved. Finally this starts working, and when you press it, it will happen again. Okay, once you press this, you will go to the NPC watchman. It will prompt you this. You will just say complete the quest, and now it will ask you to go to this sheriff, which it is not going. Other than that, you can use this menu. If you press the place, it will take you to the location For me it's not working, so I will prompt myself. Now this is where we have to go. Now this is something else you can do in the game. I will not, because I don't have the armor or anything, and I don't know how the weapon works. As you can see, there are different NPCs into the game. Now this guide, like this one, the story guy, this is, he wants to duel me anyways. This is what they do sometimes. They see a noob or a level tier 1 guy, they will just ask. As you can see, I'm dealing way less damage. Now I can do the block, where I can block his shots, and I can move like this. He's kicking my ass, but that's all. Like, I can't do anything about him. He's obviously a better player. I mean, better at glaive, and he has better glaive than me. All I can do is lose. But nonetheless, first loss is nothing. Let's go to the sheriff, make our way to the sheriff. And by the way, you will get this map a lot in the sieges, so make sure you remember it. I mean, if you don't, it's fine, you will soon. So let's make our way to where is that? Here, sheriff. Press sheriff. Now this is still a tutorial going on. Now I will press enter siege, but I have no idea if it will work. I already told you, my sieges are glitched. Then I know, what does this guy want again and again do? Of course. Well, we are free. Actually, okay, 10 seconds left. Okay, match is already started. I will just hope it starts. Now this was a siege match which we will actually playing a lot. Now Frontier Camp, this brings back memories. This is one of the first matches you will get. The only 1 to like 8 or 6 guy things, and now here you can see you will able to choose your units, every unit you have. Now there will be limitation, because you can't just choose every unit and just expect to make it work. As you can see here, this is the leadership. Every unit have their own leadership cost. They will have different costs there, and the maximum you can do at the moment when you start, and for a long time, it will be 700. You will be able to get more of this through crafting your weapon and armor, but that's for advanced stage, which even that is for like a lot of advanced, like the territory war stage. Still, if you press here, you will have 3 types of builds here. Right now it's only 1. Later on it will show more. I chose pikemen to start with. Okay, it's working finally. Good. Now this is on the left side, these are your teammates. On the right, these are your enemy teams. Right now I'm in the defense mode. My job is to protect the points and kill enemies, and don't let them take the final point. If you're attacking, your job is to take the final point. Now I started this side. I will go place my units here. Now they have different formations. At the moment I only have this formation. Later on you will get another formation which is really beneficial. So I will place my units like this. You don't want to place your units right ahead in front of the gate, but when they will break the gate, they will, through sieges, they will, if they charge in, you will lose your units. But if your units are like this, even if they charge in, they will take damage because of your pikes, but your units won't be damaged, unless that one stupid unit that I don't care about at the moment. Now these are the walls. Okay, they already pushed in, so let's try to take care of him. Now there are different artilleries already planted on the walls on attacking and both defending sides. As you can see, now this is a tier 3 blue artillery which you will be able to craft, but it will take you a long time. Then there are green and purple and legendary artillery just like units. I will go down. Okay, nothing's no problem. Now this is the first point A. This is your second point B. Looks like they've been heavily attacking on the B point. However, I will stay at A. Now, as you can see, these guys are running because the hero who was controlling them is dead. These are actually the woodcutters. They are tier 1 unit. Now I will go back to artillery. Can I go up? Yes. They lost their hero too. I will go up here and I will just go here so I can use the artillery. Oops, that was too close. My bad. I think they will try to go up, come up here. Nope. You can actually like kick the ladders, so they will have to plant them again. There is a timer they get when they're planting. Okay, I think they got in. Get here. Okay, you can see it getting in. I will try to take care of heroes. I'm gonna ask my units to just start attacking, and then I will do this, brace them, because on the brace your units will be stronger and harder to kill by enemies, and if they run in they will get damage. Depending on your unit, in the future they will also be getting stun damage, which is the best part about this spike militia, that your enemy units take blunt the stun damage. Now I will go here. As you can see, the good things about the line formation. Now the enemies gonna have to go through all of these spikes in order to get in. Now I will keep them here because it's working for me. Now this is not how normal cities go, because as you go on advanced, if you go, they will be pretty hard enemies and they will push in with no difficulties, and there will be those times when they will not be able to push in at all. It's just a mix of things. You can come out, you can actually destroy enemy artillery. You can also use them if you somehow manages to go back. Okay, I'm going to make my way. Yeah, I'm kind of safe. Let's try to kill this. I'm not using the glaive as I should. My bad. It is another enemy because I do have a buff. Here we go. Okay, now I'm just gonna stay back. I'm not even gonna go ahead, and my units will kill their enemies slowly. As you can see, when they're in the brace formation, they will also poke. Okay, nothing much else I have to talk about here. Now enemies also have their pikes, so I'm gonna have to be careful, and I'm alone here, but I think I can manage. Actually, I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna go back. No, brace, don't attack. I'm gonna call my horse because I can use the horse abilities. Oh, this is a problem. I'm just a little bit focused. I can't talk a lot, even though I'm talking like non-stop. As you can see, as long when he stepped on the thing, he was actually capturing it. Now we have lost our units, most of them, so I have to go back to a supply point to grab my units. No, that's what I was saying. I think this is the best one. Okay, no time. Now the best thing I can say, if you're using glaive, you can kill a lot of enemies, but my best tip is when there is a enemy hero, focus on it, because that will deal the most damage to your units, and that is your biggest enemy. Now my health is going low, so I will try to make a run. We have a... Yes, I know. I will let the enemy take it because I don't want the battle to be over so soon. Hopefully we will not die. Yeah, he never went behind me. Good. Okay, at this point when you don't have units and you can't do anything as yourself a hero, you just go back. You know just when to fall back. Now let's make another push with this. Now if your health is low, you can press H. You can use this ability to heal yourself, which will take another minute to recharge back. You will heal most of your HP. Now this particular unit is like Man-at-Arms, but with less abilities and less damage and stuff. But this is one of the best blue tier charging units, although there are many other 2 more which are better than this, but this works. I should have used them much better, but this will do. I will just send them in, press attack. As you can see, they're dealing damage because it just serves tier 1 unit on my front, which you will have to learn slowly. Now we have lost A, there's no point staying at A, so I will just move to... Actually my team is staying there. There's enough people there. I'm just gonna go towards point B, which is actually the more important. Now one thing I forgot, enemies do have time. They have to take the final point within this time. When they will capture A or B or any other point, they will get extra time. That's why you need more of this place as an attacker side. I'm just gonna go out, which you should not do once you're playing yourself, but because there are no other enemy heroes in vicinity, I will just go ahead and move out and kill this hero because he's doing nothing. And sometimes if enemies are not attacking, you want to take this point just to slow them, because that's what your job is as a defender. Defend your point, don't let them take anything until the siege ends. Now as you can see, I'm capturing because there's nobody else here. Now I'll choose this just to show what this unit can do, because there's no enough time. This particular unit and many other archer units, you want to use them in close formations so they can soak damage, because they are really squishy. One hit by a hero or a unit, they will die. So you want to use them behind shields. Oh no, this is bad because all of them are pushing this way. We are not in range. I'm gonna plant them here. I'm gonna go myself ahead just to troll enemies and keep them busy. Oh no, I don't want to die. I'm gonna move my units back because we cannot win that fight like that, so let's just go back. Anyways, we won because the timer runs out and the enemy hero loses. Now this is something you will get once the match is over. You will get XP, you will get bronze, which is the most tier 1 currency, the most common currency in the game. You will get honor, which you will use to unlock more units and get some of their upgrades. You will get XP, hero XP, which will you use to upgrade your hero. With more levels, you will get at different stages of the game. Currently on my main account I'm at 276 or something, close to 300. Then you will get hero XP, which your hero will use to level up. As you can see, slowly they are leveling up. The XP will be divided to throw all of the units you use in the battle. If you don't use them, bring them out, like my iron cap, which I did not use at all. I did not brought them out in the battlefield. They will get less XP. If you use them in the battlefield, they will get a lot more XP, which will be shared throughout the units. Now this is a great thing you will have to remember, because in the future this is one of the best ways to max out your units. As you can see, there are different tabs. You have personal stats, where you will see how much things you did. Here I killed 8 heroes, I killed 201 units, 4 assists, which means I helped killing other heroes. That just means I did not get the final blow. That's what the hero kills mean. I destroyed 1 artillery. I had 58 participation, which means I stayed on the point A or B or main when enemies was trying to take it. That's what gives you participation. I did not died in the battle, that's why no hero deaths. 32 of my troops died, which were pike militia. I dealt 1 million damage. I took 346,000 damage, which will increase, because you will be using more units, which will have more XP and stuff. Now bottom here, you will have to remember this, because as we progress into the game, we will have different unit challenges, which will require you to get a lot of these badges in a lot of games. A hat trick is one of that, which means defeat 3 enemy heroes in a row, which in the future will be a lot harder. So yeah, so in post-battle analysis, this is actually a really great place where you can see where the most of the battles took place. Like here you see, if I press units here, most of my allies and stuff here, as you can see, most of the battles happened here, big battles happened here, then outside, throughout the game. Now I never look at this screen, but if you're into this, you can see, you can calculate which mistakes did your team made, where you should have fallen back, where you should have stayed, where you should have not fight. You can actually do a lot on this screen. I never did that. I will plan on doing it. After the series done, you leave the battle, and it will prompt you back to the place where you will the guide will begin, and you will go to other stages. Now it's already been an hour. I didn't expect to take it so long, but let's see. Okay, now finally it's kind of working. Report the results. You want to learn I don't know what that rewards. Oh, the hero bots. Yes. Let's go get into this before we go on to our next episode. Okay, next stage of the game, you will get this: path of bravery, path of faith, path of justice, path of strategy. All of them will give you a bunch of rewards. You will get the best weapon you can get in the game at the moment in here, which is a tier 3 blue weapon. You will also get blue armor from doing this path. As you go on, you will get a bunch of units. You will get blue units, you will get a purple unit, you will also get a legendary unit for free just by doing different quests. Each of that quest will give you different rewards. Make sure you actively finish all of them, because the rewards are insane. Plus, if you progress into the game, the mistake that I made, I did not complete them. I was already above level 100. At that point, it is really difficult to do these tasks, because some of these tasks are hard. Right now, you're in the lower leagues. It will be a lot easier. Even if you don't know what you're doing, it will be a lot easier to get these done. Make sure you finish these tasks before you go on to any other goal in the game. Now, before I start, actually I will not start. We will go through these in the next match. In this, last few minutes I will talk about armor and few of the other screens that you can go to. Now by the way, I'm actually using Alt to lock and unlock the cursor. On the left bottom corner you can see the chat. There are different chat: world chat, alliance chat, group chat, and all. Alliance is the chat. Once you are in the house, you can use alliance. You will be seeing chat from your alliance mates and yourself. Once you write, it will only go to your alliance members. Group, once you invite someone to your group, like you can invite anyone, even if it's your enemy or whatever, it does not matter. You can invite them to your group and they will pop up here, all of them. You can talk to them in game and you can use other apps to talk. I use Discord, which I will tell you. Just use it. It's one of the best. Bottom here you can see a small mini map. You can also press tab to actually see big map. With that tab you can see a lot of these NPCs. Every NPCs have different purpose. Every NPC have different things they do. You can also go to them by clicking, like here. Mine is not working, just a glitch in the game. It might not happen to you. I wish it does not happen to you. Upper corner you can see ping and stuff. I think I chose something here, that's why it's showing. If you go into the settings, let's talk about the little bit of settings, then we will end this video. It's a long, I know it's a long video, but if you really wanna get good at this game, you're gonna have to go through this pain, so you won't make the mistakes that I made and many of my friends made. You don't want to make them. It costs a lot. Here I think this is the settings I use on my other things. This is territory board cross. You don't have to worry about that. You can just unclick them, your preference. While there's a war going on, you will be receiving messages: who attacked word, this thief got destroyed, this thief got captured by who, this, you lost that. You don't have to worry about this stuff in the start of the game. Just do this, or you can keep them, your preference. Chat frames, you can show or hide them. Your assisted aiming, I would say don't click on any of that. You don't need that. Keyboards, your choice. Now this is the double tap thing. You can use sprint on roll. Sprint, basically I can't do it. It happens only in the fights or duels. You press double D, double A, double W, or double S. I mean 2 times, and it will roll or sprint depending on what you have chosen. I've been using a roll. That's what I'm gonna stick with. UI, you can change your cursor. You kind of have a little cursor where you're actually attacking. Basically this one you get mainly with short bows, bow and musket. You can customize it to however you like, your choice. Different types of things you can use in the map if you want. It's fine, your choice. Height scaling, you can change it. You can see I'm using 110, never really messed with it. Now because of my settings, because of my PC, I'm using the lowest settings I can. That's why it's not looking that beautiful. But I tell you, if you're using the highest settings, the game is really beautiful. It's actually beautiful, like insane. 60 is the most frame rate you can get. I propose just use 60, so you get the maximum value. And these are the camera settings. The free camera, performance camera, I would say don't take that. Just unclick it, because when there are weapons like dual blades and poleaxe which have ultimates that locks onto the enemies, which will lock your camera too. So if you don't want that to happen, you want to know what is happening around you while you're performing that ultimate, you can choose this, your choice. Sound, your choice. When you're in a group, you can say free to talk and everybody will hear what you're saying. If you do squad, that means everyone in your match, once you're in a match, can hear you. Microphone volume, voice volume, simple things. Okay, there's a shit ton of stuff I want to talk about, but I can't. I haven't even gone through this stuff. There are a lot of menus which I will go through. These menus, this menu, into the next guide. So make sure you subscribe and like, so you will not miss when I upload my next video, which will be coming right after this video on the next day. I will try my best to upload it. It will be there. Okay, so make sure you like and subscribe and watch this video to the fully. Okay, if you don't understand anything, just go to the comments, ask anything you like. There are not a lot of comments there, so I will reply to everything there is. If you still don't understand anything, just go to YouTube. Make sure you watch mine or you watch any other YouTuber before you do any new thing. You don't understand something, leave it. You don't understand something you have in your inventory, keep it until you know what it is. Don't delete it, don't throw it away, don't sell it. You will regret it. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this one here. It's already been 1 hour. Next video we will talk about a lot of other things, starting with HUDs, the paths. I did not went into the paths because I'm pretty sure it's gonna start up another siege which will take up another half an hour. I don't want to do that. It's already been 1 hour. I see you in the next video. Stay safe. Bye.